The following is a YouTube-based audio production, brought to you by J.E. Realize. Time for a ranking! Hello, this is J.E. Realize, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to rank all of the songs of this year's American Song Contest, knock on wood, and present them in a video. Though, not this one. I will make the video where I show clips of each of these songs, but I'd hate to draw the ire of actual Atlantic Records and the former property of RCA. Yes, I will obey his master's voice. So I'm just going to run through all the entries, except for those I may have more to talk about. And this list indicates nothing but my opinions, and my opinions are worth nothing. So let's begin. First off, I had to assign The Wooden Spoon. That was tough. I don't fully hate any of these songs. That said, there are still a few I'm not entirely fond of. Number 56 is Alaska. It's a good song, except the whole point of the song is being clever by bringing up TV tropes. Next is number 55, which is Montana. No, it's not because I hate it for bumping off Maine. Montana was 11th on the March 28th show, and I made the ranking just hours after the episode aired. This was the sort of country song that did nothing innovative and reminded me why I left the country music scene altogether. Not only does it blend together with most of the radio, but it brings up the same uninspired tropes as most of the radio. Then we go to the songs that I just find, well, generic. Number 54, South Carolina, generic upbeat hip-hop. Number 53, South Dakota, generic dad rock. Number 52, Hawaii, generic islander music. By the way, isn't Lilo old enough to compete by now? Number 51, Missouri. I guess Brett Saper didn't miss much. Number 50, Colorado. I just wasn't inspired. Number 49, Wisconsin. Wait, Wisconsin wasn't last in my March 21st ranking. Well, I'll get to that. But for now, not bad music, but I'm over it. And number 48, Oregon. I appreciate the guys went out of their way to do something experimental, but somehow it didn't catch the same fire as New Boot Goofin', and it's the kind of song you only take sparingly. Next is the songs I find at least neat, which says something about me. I like song contest songs, and you'd have to really try to get your song on my bad side. Number 47 is Kentucky. I am a bit annoyed it snagged the jury qualifier, but the song is fine. The problem is, this is the sort of song that I don't exceptionally like in any department. Same with number 46, New Hampshire. They're just stuff I already heard from Eurovision so many times I'm desensitized to it. Number 45, American Samoa, gets some levity from the former entries in that it at least has some Pacific charm. Number 44, Arkansas, is just a country love ballad. Number 43 is DC, and while the music style is different enough to get my attention, it's still a bit clunky. Marvel was not available for comment. And that leaves number 42, Minnesota. I had a strong bias against this song as it started not only the March 21st show, but the entire contest, and it was just not the best case scenario. That's why I ranked it last that night. But on review, it's more a summer hit than Colorado, so it gets a big bump. Next up is number 41 from New Mexico. Solid beat, but kind of the off-putting type of weird. Number 40 is Vermont, which is barely better than Kentucky, and New Hampshire for that matter. Number 39 is Ohio. Good song, except I have an announcement to make. The performance was embarrassing. And I know I'm also grading based on the song, but at this part of the list, you don't need much to slip down. Number 38 is New Jersey. Something tells me this song would resonate for me a year ago. Fun fact, Brooke, Alex, and I were born just over a year apart. But the song, like the Order 1886 for the PlayStation 4, missed its launch goals. Number 37 is Indiana. I like how homey it makes me feel, take that how you will, but the stanzas aren't perfect. Number 36 is the US Virgin Islands. Makes me remember the days of Sean Paul, but Puerto Rico beat it to the number 35 spot because while VI had dancing energy, PR had... no, not PR. It was just more polished. Number 34 goes to Pennsylvania because sometimes you need a downtime kind of song. And then, I had to do it. Number 33 is Wyoming. Okay, alright. There's nothing bad about what it is. It's really catchy. It rolls off the tongue. But it runs into the problem where you can easily overplay the song and start to get annoyed by it. Sure, it'll be a darling in the eyes of European ASC fans, but yeah, I'll take it sparingly. Like Virka Serduchka. So we're back, and I see the new boot goobers have left the chat. I should say from here on, the choices get harder. I really like most of these songs, and I'll have to make some tough cuts, but let's continue with North Dakota at number 32. That mix of grit and rock is on point. Number 31 goes to the Barbara Dex America nominee from Delaware. Manic amount of energy behind that performance. It does right by me. Number 30 goes to the US state of Georgia, not to be confused with the Caucasian Republic. It's not entirely for me, but this is modern pop with that independent girl attitude that a lot of people will crave. And then, falling in at number 29 is Oklahoma. This song, I See You Corey, Hands Off the Buzzer. This is a well-polished song with killer choreography and just a catchy beat. But I can't place it any higher. Something in me is just not as in tune to K-pop as others. I mean, I was steered wrong by K-pop stans a decade ago. I just don't see much to brag about in it. Maybe if the song had more Korean in it, I'd change my mind, but for now, it's stuck here. Number 28 is Guam, and Corey, go bother Byron or something. I'm talking here. Hey, make sure he doesn't come back. Track him down to MSG if you have to. Anyway, I appreciate the territories for taking the contest seriously, especially the Pacific ones. Guam managed to mix the Pacific sound and R&B quite well. Number 27 is Florida, which is a nice Latin bop with a nice Mandinga callback. Good thing she did her homework, right? Number 26 is North Carolina. Not the worst country song ever, but barely top 10 worthy should I be listening to the radio. Number 25 is Washington State. I can't believe I have to clear that up. It's NBC's fault for not calling Washington, D.C. District of Columbia. Nice soft jam to listen to as you type out this script. Really inoffensive, but I can't say more. Yes, I know, there's a Toy Story meme, but what about the kiss from a rose feeling this song has? The Northern Mariana Islands land at number 24, and they deserve it for being so honest with itself. And then it's West Virginia at number 23 with that casual electric lounge. Now there is a somewhat clean gap between the top 22 and below. I didn't struggle with swapping songs between this space. Number 22 is New York. Wait, a Californian? Rating New York highly? Relax, she's only number 22. I've warmed up to the vibe this song gives me. Number 21 is Virginia, which I can only place slightly above New York. Not out of place on Sunday night radio. Now I have to do some serious remixing. Number 20 is Nebraska. I placed Jocelyn third in my March 28th ranking because it's an endearing song, but it seems I'm half out of the honeymoon phase. Number 19 is Maryland, with everything from chains, his and her dancers, and gator skin, and lots of pyro, as well as a good dance number. They went all out. Oh, and a colossal F*** you dragon. I can't take credit for that line, nor do I want to. Number 18 is Iowa, which mostly came up to this spot by Keytar, and number 17 is Louisiana with that Bayou grunge rock beat. We're getting closer to It Kills Me territory. That's how excited I am for ASC 2022, knock on wood. Number 16 is Rhode Island. I got to admit, it's got soul and the mood the music generates matches it. Number 15 is Idaho. I mean, it's just indie enough to taste different and yet not turn most people off. And as for number 14, I have to finally put Arizona in place here. I really appreciate the sound and the message, and yes, that's a lot of bias on my part, but what's a music contest if not based on popularity? It's not a bad fate, and I will remember these two kindly. They easily beat Jedward and the Tomakevi sisters as my favorite song contest wins. I told you this list is killing me. Figuratively, of course. Number 13 is Nevada. Well deserved. Number 12 is Utah, only barely outranking Nevada, even though I'm still not confident in this decision. And falling just short of the top 10 at number 11 is Tennessee. I originally rated this a bit higher, but while it's good country, I'm not invested in the genre anymore, so the last country holdout in the contest has fallen. And with that, we're in the top 10. Number 10 is California, by the way, a really full package number. Anyway, just getting to the top 10 required me to tribute a lot of songs. There were so many I enjoyed. Number 9 is Alabama, and while I originally placed Tennessee above it, the chemistry makes the song really shine. Number 8 is Michigan. I think Ada Leanne, if she plays her cards right, can be one of the few that makes it out of this contest okay. Number 7 is Kansas. Yeah, I know what it's like to not be able to sleep. And that leaves number 6, Mississippi, just out of the top 5. That energy is strong. We're in my top 5 now. I'll try to talk more at length for each of these, plus one for each first round show will be on this list. That's not what I expected. First up is number 5, Connecticut. While I heard Michael Bolton's stuff before, I didn't know the name of the artist until this year, and this song is markedly different from those early days. While I get that this kind of song is really just a standard ballad with staging inspired by literally Russia, Michael can emote. Not as much by moving around, but audibly. This guy still brings my hopes up even when I thought I'm over it, and you gotta say something about stoicism. That's a message in itself. Next up is number 4, Illinois. While we still have a ways to go until we hear the full April 18th qualifiers, what I got doesn't seem that impressive, but that was after the other 4 shows. Taking it up and comparing it, it has a strong sound package, especially with the piano undertones. Not much I can say, but the beat is infectious to me. Number 3 is Texas. I still love this song. The staging was on point and I get chills when he holds the camera like that. But while I love this song, it's not perfect for all situations. Number 2 is Maine. This is the highest ranking song I have on this list that's already eliminated. While I think a 4-minute version of this song is ideal, it speaks to me in a way no other song does, not even the winner. It's an all-purpose song that can be reenacted easily and hits me no matter what. It's really soothing. Dang, King Coyote, I wish you could take the last redemption qualifier. I could use some cheering up. Last, but nothing but the best, it's Massachusetts. I'm surprised I haven't found anyone that made the comparison between this song and Gorillaz by Bruno Mars. That's really the only criticism I can think of for this song, and it's paper thin. I think I have a thing for atmosphere when it comes to these performances. It needs to immerse me for maximum effect, for better or for worse. And with this song, there's, an ocean of emotion. Yeah, that's another criticism of song contest songs. It gets into me and draws me in with the mix of music and mood and the right execution of background vocals. I know not everyone will believe what I believe, but damn it, it's my list, and I finally get to vote in the song contest. Okay, so that should be it for the video. I have no idea who will win, but realistically it could be Michigan, Tennessee, or really any of the jury qualifiers. I know, it sucks. But at least I'll have what I want. A song contest and its songs, and everything else is just extra. With that, I bid broken legs to all remaining performers. Do the feedback thing, like, comment, subscribe, or dislike based on opinion, or going to the audio-only format, or not showing the performances. I know. Follow me on Twitter at JERealize. This has been JERealize. I'll see you next time, and there will be a next time. This concludes our YouTube-based audio production. I hope you enjoy, and I wish you farewell.